Yo, what is up, guys? It is Card Shuffler 99 here. Today, we're going to show you guys a really quick and easy magic trick. Now, before we get into that, make sure that like button, make sure that subscribe button, and make sure those notifications are turned on, which is the bell icon down below. Now, we're going to get right into the trick here. So you could start out, if the spectator wanted to, they could shuffle the pack until they are satisfied. Now, once they're satisfied, I would ask them to touch the back of any card they would like. So let's say they touch this one right here. I'll show it to them. All right, I'm going to look away, make sure the camera can see it. Perfect. We'll take their selection, we'll place it down onto the table right there, and we'll slip it somewhere into the middle of the pack. We'll close it up just like that. So their card is somewhere in the middle of the deck. Now you'll notice from the beginning of the trick, I actually had a prediction in between the two red queens, and it actually happens to be your card, the two of diamonds. Now the spectator might be confused. We're going to take their card, put it right back into the center of the deck one more time, push it in, snap our fingers again, and we can actually get the card to jump right back in between the two red queens. That is the trick, guys, and let's learn how to do it. So it's a pretty easy trick, it's a pretty quick trick, and I'm going to show you guys how, if you wanted to extend it or add almost like your own version of the trick, how you would do that. So you can start out, you're going to have the two red queens on the side, and what you're going to do is you're going to place any random card in between the two red queens to start off the trick. So what you could do is, before the trick starts, you could actually sneak it in, but if you want to, the easiest way is just to start with a card in between the two red queens. Another way you could start out is by just showing the two red queens, get a pinky break under the top card, right? And say, here we have the queen of diamonds, here we have the queen of hearts, and then square it up. And what you just did there is you sandwiched the random card in between the queens. So one more time, you have the two queens, pinky break, you're going to say, all right, so what we have here, and you're basically stealing this card, random card, off from under the break. We have the queen of hearts, and we also have the queen of diamonds. You're not showing the random card there. And then from here, you square all the cards up, and you can give it to a spectator, have someone put it in between their hands, or you can just place it on the table like this, but make sure not to flash the card that is secretly there. You have a few options there. It's up to you guys how you want to do that part of the trick. Now from here, all you're going to do is do any card control and have them select a card and then control the card to the top of the deck any way you want. The way I did in the performance is I spread through the deck, right? I asked them to touch any card. Let's say they touch this one. Line up the card, so they touch this one. Line up the card above it, pretty close to it. Show them the card. And as you turn your hand back down, you're going to steal two cards off here. So their selection is the queen of clubs. The card above it, you're going to steal the card above it as well. So you're stealing both these cards right here. Then you're going to place this random card down here. And then from here, you're going to close up this packet, maintaining a break. And then you're just going to do a few cuts, and then cut the rest of the cards above the break. And what that is going to do is going to control their selection to the top. And then you can slip this random card, don't let them see it, somewhere into the random, or somewhere into the middle of the pack. So one more time, you're here. They say they touch this card. Turn your hand over, show it, right? You're going to steal off both cards, two cards, place it down, hold the break, cut the cards once, cut the cards, all the cards above the break, and then their selection gets to the top, and then you can slip their card in, or this random card in anywhere. Doesn't really matter. You can even have them push it in. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to get a break under the top card, so you can riffle down, get a break under that top card, pinky break. What you're going to do is you're going to say, all right, we snap our fingers, right? We can actually get one card to appear in between the two red queens, or if you already had the table, you could say we have a prediction. Doesn't matter. You're going to steal this card off the bottom of the break, all right? So you're going to get all four cards, and what you're going to do is you're going to peel off the top card. You're going to say, all right, the card in between the two red queens happens to be your card, and really their card is not in between the two red queens. But if you flip it over fast enough, it creates the illusion that their card is in between the two red queens. From here, you peel off this card. It's not actually their card, but they're going to think it is. And you're going to out-jog it here. From here, place this queen as one card above the other. And then from here, you're going to take this card and place it into the center of the deck. Doesn't really matter. Don't let them see it. You can have them push it in if they want. And then you can snap your fingers again. And their card will once again appear in between the 2 red queens. We're going to go over that one more time real quick. So you have a random card in between the queens. Their card is on top of the deck. Get a break like this. You're going to say, all right, we have a card in between, or a prediction in between 2 red queens. You bring all the cards over, square them up, steal off their card, peel off the top card, flash their selection, be like, your card is in between, then peel off the top card, the 2 red queens. And then place this on top, take this card, put it in the center of the deck, push it on in, you snap your fingers again, and once again their selection will go in between the 2 red queens. Now, let's say you wanted to do it a third time, you wanted a third version to do it. Take the 2 red queens, right? What you're going to do is a Marlowe tilt, so you can get a break under the top queen. So riffle down through the cards, wait till you get a break under the top queen. You're going to say, all right, we're going to take your card, we're going to place it again somewhere to the center of the deck, right? You can knock out a few cards, and what you're doing is you have this giant break here. You're going to act like you're placing it into the center of the deck, but you're actually just placing it in between the 2 red queens again. You can push it in, right? And from there, you snap your fingers again, and their selection once again appears in between the 2 red queens. So there's so many different ways you guys can do this trick. You can create your own spin on it. It doesn't really matter. Any way you guys want, do it the way that you guys want to. One more variation could be if you control their card, you take it, right? Control to the bottom of the deck, so you could do a double undercut. If you got a break above their card, get their card to the bottom. You could put 1 queen on top, 1 queen on the bottom. And then if you actually throw the deck over, but keep all your fingers on their card, you can actually get their card to once again jump in between the 2 red queens. So there's so many different ways you guys can do this trick. Whatever way you guys want to, feel free to do it. Comment your own variation in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Card Shuffler 99. Peace out.